Tomorrow afternoon on Peacock Premium, champions Man City host Tottenham. City have lost their last 2 matches, while Spurs have 5 losses in their last 9 in the league. So, Danny, this is a bit of a clash of the Titans at the Etihad on Thursday. City looking to sort of win and close that gap on Arsenal. They're currently sat in second by 5 points. City, obviously, they now have Haaland, and he is an absolute goal-scoring machine. What do you make of the team and how they've sort of adjusted and how they continue to adjust?
It's a transitional period. For me, when I look at this Manchester City team, they're taking 1 step back to potentially go 3 or 4 forward. And the reason I say that is that if we look at Manchester City under Pep Guardiola in recent seasons, they played with a false 9. So if you play with a false 9, you've got a centre-forward that's going to drop deep. That gives you an extra man in midfield, enables you to play at a tempo with control. Now they've lost that extra man in midfield because Haaland is an out-and-out centre-forward. We saw him try and play as a false number 9 against United, and it didn't work. So what's happening now is players are having to adjust to the way that Haaland plays. We know the goals that he's scored. And Guardiola at the moment is trying to have control with the tempo, but he hasn't got it at this moment. The one time he tried to have control and tempo was Newcastle United away when they drew 3-3. So now what's happened is City have slowed the game down because they need to have more control because they've got 1 less man in midfield. So it's an adjustment not just for Haaland, it's an adjustment for his new teammates and an adjustment for the manager to try and get the best out of everybody. But I have no doubt that this is going to work. And when it does work, it's going to be incredible. But the one thing that Guardiola, no one really talks about, is that one of the main reasons that Arsenal could potentially win the Premier League is because of 2 players that Guardiola allowed go to Arsenal, which was Jesus and Zinchenko. And so that's going to be incredible. But it's a must-win game for Manchester City, and how they go about it and how they try and bridge this gap with Haaland in the team, but also having the control and the tempo that they always want.
Yeah, OK, well, an interesting game as well for Tottenham Hotspur as they continue to try and claw up into the top 4.
Hi there, I'm Rebecca Lowe, studio host for NBC's coverage of the Premier League. Don't forget to hit subscribe to watch more videos all season long. For even more Premier League content, from original series to live matches, head over to Peacock and be sure to tune in for Premier League mornings every weekend on USA Network and on Peacock. We will see you over there.